Hi, I'm Gerber, and thanks for the opportunity to share something surprising, something, frankly, that I didn't know. Despite being involved in Israel policy for decades, and even more surprising is the lack of awareness of our so-called experts on Middle East, and even our nation's political leaders. So I'd like to show a video, please.
Did you know that hundreds of millions of your tax dollars fund the Palestinian Authority, which pays salaries to terrorists when they kill? The PA rewards lifetime payments to imprisoned terrorists and families of killed terrorists. Yes, this is actual Palestinian law, money for murder. In March of 2016, a Palestinian terrorist snuck into Israel and stabbed to death Taylor Force, a West Point graduate and a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan who was visiting Israel as part of his MBA studies. Israeli police killed the terrorist, but the Palestinian Authority rewarded the terrorist's family with lifetime payments for what they called his heroic martyrdom for Islam. Taylor Force's parents ask why.
The news reports showed celebrating in the streets of Palestine, saying that they'd taken out a serviceman, an American, and I just totally could not understand how people could think like that. And I still don't know. Different value systems, different approach to life. There's no sense supporting people that want to do us harm.
Senator Lindsey Graham explains the Taylor Force Act, the bill that he and Senators Dan Coats and Roy Blunt introduced to stop using our tax dollars to fund the Palestinian Authority until the PA stops funding terrorism.
I want the American people to know that this bill is not a result of animosity toward the Palestinian people. It is pushback against state-sponsored terrorism. If you're seeking a two-state solution, then one state cannot be a sponsor of terrorism.
Terrorists are not martyrs. They're murderers. Tell your elected official to stop using your tax money as blood money. End pay to slay. Visit stopmoneyformurder.org.
Look, it's hard to believe, and even friends of Israel don't know that our tax money is being used as blood money. It's a bad deal. The PA passed legislation in 2004. They amended the legislation in 2013 to codify the longstanding practice of paying terrorists. Now, these payments are not coming from splinter radical groups. They're coming from the Palestinian Authority themselves. It's specified in their budget. It's $315 million for 2016. It's about 8% of the total PA budget. These monies are going to 36,000 people in monthly payments only because of violence against Israel. Now, in our terms, $300 million might not seem like a lot, but the average income in the West Bank is only $4,000 a year. So these terrorists have a tremendous incentive program. The legislation sets up ministries. So there's a Ministry of Prisons Affairs. And the Prison Affairs Ministry doesn't build and administer prisons. All it does is pay terrorist prisoners. In 2016, they got $140 million. Now, the laws provide that the more people you kill, the higher your monthly salary. If your sentence is over 5 years, you get a lifetime annuity. For a woman, if your sentence is over 2 years, you get a lifetime annuity. In fact, there's even a bonus for Israeli Arabs, and an additional bonus if you're from Jerusalem. Now, the PA legislation, in addition to the Prisoners Ministry, also has the Institution for the Care of the Martyrs. Martyrs are the people that blow themselves up in terror acts. People that rewards families like the person who tragically killed Taylor Force. That ministry got $175 million in 2016. So now I think you understand. You've probably seen these pictures of parents handing out candies to children when their children were killed in terror acts. That's because they're proud of their children becoming a shaheed, but also because now they're wealthy by Palestinian standards. The Palestinian leadership has built a bureaucracy to breed a society of violence. From cradle to grave, through education, social media, naming schools and playgrounds, people are well aware of this, but people are not so well aware that there's actually financial incentives. And again, these are not radical clerics. These laws come from the PA themselves. And in fact, they have an additional bonus that if you're a prisoner and you're released, as a man, if you spend 10 years in prison and you're released, then they give you a high-ranking, a new title in the PA bureaucracy. And as a woman, according to the law, 5 years in prison, you get a high title. So now you know why most of the PA leadership has spent time in Israeli jails. And in fact, the current PA leadership is really built on the legacy of Arafat. It's a legacy of terror, but instead of terror cells, the PA leadership is indoctrinating and programming their society to glorify violence. It's a leadership that celebrates death. Taylor Force was an American patriot. He was captain of the West Point ski team, served in Afghanistan, Iraq. He was our brother. Those responsible for his death is the Palestinian leadership. But let us not forget that terror travels. Other terror organizations are adopting similar reward and incentive programs, just like the Palestinians. We need to expose that the Palestinian Authority leadership has tricked America so that our tax money is used for pay to slay. We give the Palestinian Authority $400 million a year and another $250 to $350 million through UNRWA. Now, proponents of aid to the Palestinian Authority point out that we don't actually fund the terror because existing U.S. law reduces the amount of aid that we give to the PA based upon the amount that they pay the terrorists. So the State Department is actually charged to ascertain, I mean, this is hard to believe, the State Department is charged to ascertain how much money is the Palestinian Authority paying the terrorists, and that amount is deducted from the amount of money that we pay the PA. So even Congress is acknowledging that the PA is a terror-sponsoring entity. So I say enough with the appeasement. Doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat, money is fungible. Our money shouldn't be used to pay terror. We have enabled the PA leadership. We now need to disable the PA leadership. The Taylor Force Act will be introduced Tuesday in the U.S. Senate at 10 a.m. by Lindsey Graham and others. Everyone should work to stop the appeasement of terror. Please contact your senators. Please educate people as to the true nature of the Palestinian Authority. Thank you very much.